There are councillors who are holding foreign objective in council. Can they be removed?
Drama in both the Ekurhuleni and Cape Town City Councils. KZN's crucial forensic laboratory has not been functional for 9 years. Market slides as Donald Trump slaps 25% tariffs on vehicle imports, and the cat is out the bag. Doja Cat will be performing in the Hey Neighbour Music Festival. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.
KZN has not had a fully functional forensic lab for 9 years after it was damaged by floods in 2016. As a result, exhibits are moved between Pretoria and the Western Cape for analysis, severely delaying the process. This has affected many investigations, including rape cases. The government rents the laboratory for about 6 million rand a year.
It's been a very shocking visit in terms of the forensic lab that we visited. One of the biggest things that came up was to think that career police officers have to work in the circumstances that they do. There's just no way that you can uphold high morale in those types of circumstances. We as a committee take that very seriously because we can't expect service delivery to improve without that.
Chaos has erupted at a council meeting in the city of Ekurhuleni with the ANC and EFF at the centre of today's clashes. The session was disrupted just as Mayor Clegg, an ANC councillor, was about to deliver his State of the City address. EFF councillors raised placards protesting poor service delivery in the metro. That's despite the party being part of the government through an ANC-led multi-party coalition.
There's an illegal gathering in the chamber. Please call the police.
Speaker, there are councillors who are holding foreign objective in council. Can they be removed?
In a shock move, the ANC has lost its leader in the Cape Town City Council as Banele Majingo joined the DA. An ANC councillor for more than a decade, he had been leading the opposition caucus in the council for almost 3 years.
After careful consideration, I have come to realize that my personal values and principles are now more aligned with those of the Democratic Alliance.
But the ANC has welcomed the resignation.
The reasons stated by Machingo are false. There is a report done by a commission that was set up by the ANC, led by former Deputy President Kgalema Motlanthe, where investigation was done on the selection process of candidates for the 2021 local elections. Comrade Banele Majingo's name was top on the list as part of those who have manipulated the process of candidate selection.
Mayor Jordan Hill-Lewis's budget speech was thrown into disarray and delayed by the resignation. Hill-Lewis did confirm that on average the electricity tariff will go up by 2%, with domestic users paying 5% more for units.
Lifeline customers will further pay no fixed charge, while city customers on the domestic tariff will make a proposed fixed monthly contribution of R59.90 to ensure sustainable electricity services.
The Western Cape government says it will allocate 43.7 billion rand for jobs programs over the next 3 years as part of its vision to help businesses grow and create jobs. Finance MEC Deirdre Bartman made the announcement while tabling the province's 2025-26 budget today. Donald Trump's double whammy today will have a dramatic impact on South Africa. The US president has unveiled a 25% tariff on all imported vehicles. This comes into effect on April the 3rd, and that's bad news for South Africa. The country exports approximately $1.9 billion worth of vehicles to the US every year under the African Growth and Opportunity Act. World powers have blasted the steep tariffs, vowing retaliation as a widening trade war intensifies. Trump has also officially appointed Leo Brent Bosel III as South Africa's new ambassador. He replaces Ruben Brigitte, whose tenure ended in January. Bosel, a conservative media commentator, takes over the reins at the height of tensions between South Africa and the US. Trump has lauded the new diplomat, who he says has exposed fake news hypocrites for years. Minister in the presidency, Kumbutso Nchiveni, says AfriForum and Solidarity have conceded that farm murder statistics are accurate. She says the organizations have met with the police to clarify the claims of human rights abuses against Afrikaners. Ntshavheni told a post-cabinet media briefing today that cabinet is also aware of the, quote, false claim that there are approximately 72,000 white farmers who've signed up to relocate to the US in response to the invitation by the Donald Trump administration.
At the meeting, AfriForum considered that the crime statistics as released by the Minister of Police are accurate, including on farm murders.
Cabinet has also welcomed the withdrawal of a law banning the sale of cannabis food products. Hundreds of Soweto residents have filled the streets of Johannesburg CBD this afternoon as they marched to Mayor Dada Morero's office. The Umphakathi Wesizwe group are demanding they be given RDP houses. The march has caused major traffic disruptions in the city centre.
We are tired.
We are tired. He must come out and speak to us. There are houses in Lufiring and Durban Deep, and there are more houses in Vleehof. He must take the 96 and put them there.
The investigating officer in the Joshlin Smith case has singled out prominent politician Gayton Joshlin and certain social media influencers for affecting police's investigation into the child's disappearance. Captain Wesley Lombard is in the dock to testify about his team's investigation after Joshlin went missing from Middelpos in Saldanha Bay in February last year. Joshlin's mother, Kelly Smith, Jacqueline Apollos and Stefana van Rijn are charged with kidnapping and human trafficking relating to the little girl's disappearance.
Investigating officer Captain Wesley Lombard today told the court social media posts related to the search for Joshlin Smith may have compromised police's investigation. Lombard says when he took over the investigation a week after Joshlin went missing, it became clear to him that Patriotic Alliance leader Gayton Joshlin had involved himself in the search for Joshlin. At the time, Mackenzie, who later became Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, used his social media profile to update the public about his party's own search for the missing girl. Lombard told the court the public were given false information that police had called off the search for Joshlin and were not adequately resourced to find the child. The captain says the negative social media impact made it difficult for police to obtain more information and leads related to the case and possibly compromise the investigation. Carlo Peterson, Eyewitness News, Western Cape High Court in Saldanha Bay.
A life-size bronze statue of the late Johnny Clegg will today be added to the sculptures of 100 other resistance leaders and freedom fighters showcased in Long March to Freedom. Situated in Century City, Cape Town, Long March to Freedom is a monumental procession of life-sized bronze statues telling a 350-year story of South Africa's liberation history through the lives of those represented. Among those already depicted are Nelson and Winnie Mandela, Albert Luthuli, O.R. Tambo and Mahatma Gandhi. Clegg was a pioneering South African musician, anthropologist and anti-apartheid activist who defied racial segregation by forming multiracial bands, most notably Savuka and Juluka, which faced immense opposition and censorship from the apartheid regime. Clegg's wife, son and granddaughter were also there. Hey Neighbour has announced Doja Cat as the first headliner for the anticipated event. After 2 years, season 2, the festival is making a comeback at the Legends Adventure Farm this August. The news dropped on socials that the half South African multi-award winning artist will be making her way to the country for the first time. She'll headline the third day of the festival, and we'll leave you as the Gauteng province faces a level 2 yellow weather warning for severe thunderstorms and rain.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.